This is the audio version of the Sunday School lesson for April 9th, 2023, Risen from the Dead. John chapter 20, verses 1 through 10, and verses 19 through 20. Risen from the dead. John chapter 20, verses 1 through 10, and verses 19 through 20. Time, AD 30. Places, near Jerusalem and Jerusalem. Golden text. Then the same day at evening, being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut, where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Jews, came Jesus and stood in the midst, and saith unto them, Peace be unto you. John chapter 20, verse 19. Verse 1. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeth the stone taken away from the sepulchre. Verse 2. Then she runneth, and cometh to Simon Peter, and to the other disciple, whom Jesus loved, and saith unto them, They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, and we know not where they have laid him. Verse 3. Peter therefore went forth, and that other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. Verse 4. So they ran both together, and the other disciple did outrun Peter, and came first to the sepulchre. Verse 5. And he stooping down and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying, yet went he not in. Verses 6 through 7. Then cometh Simon Peter following him, and went into the sepulchre, and seeth the linen clothes lie, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself. Verse 8. Then went in also that other disciple, which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed. Verse 9. For as yet they knew not the scripture, that he must rise again from the dead. Verse 10. Then the disciples went away again unto their own home. Verse 19. Then the same day at evening, being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Jews, came Jesus and stood in the midst, and saith unto them, Peace be unto you. Verse 20. And when he had said so, he shewed unto them his hands and his side. Then were the disciples glad when they saw the Lord. Thank you so very much for listening. Have a happy Resurrection Day, and join me soon for the next audio version of the Sunday School lesson. Stay safe.